Hello and welcome to the very first episode of Movie Type News Stuff. My name is Aiden Mungai and I will be your host. On this show I'll bring you the top 5 movie news stories that I found interesting this week, the occasional movie review, and the world box office. If you're wondering where I'm from Australia, so the show will mainly have an Australian focus concerning release dates and local films. But of course there will also be a world focus looking at Hollywood and all the films they make. But enough introduction, let's get on with the show! Start the news, people! First off, Bill and Ted 3 has a script, and guess what? According to the stars, it is excellent! We first heard about a draft of the script in April last year. Both stars Alex Winter and Keanu Reeves have confirmed their interest in returning for the prequel. The film hasn't been greenlit yet, but it's hard to think it won't. It's Bill and Ted! It's excellent! For now, it's just a matter of waiting and seeing what the studios do. And now to comic book movie news. In comic book movie news, Sony is looking to Chronicle director Josh Trank to helm the long-stalled Venom spin-off. Back when Spider-Man 4 was still going to be a thing, word was they were going to make a spin-off with Venom. I hope they do go ahead with this film, but without Topher Grace, because, well, he sucks.
Duh, I like having screen time rather than portraying my character correctly. Oh, don't be dumb.
Earlier drafts of the film had Venom as an anti-hero, just like in his 90s run of solo comics. The film could be interesting, but the question is, will it tie in with the upcoming reboot, The Amazing Spider-Man? Again, we'll just have to wait and see. Continuing comic book movie news, the German dub trailer for The Avengers has hit the internet. And it has 2 news scenes of my boy, Tony Stark, annoying Captain America and Bruce Banner. I cannot be more excited for this film. Every new piece of footage makes me Urgh! Yeah, that's an expression now. Urgh! Means I'm very excited. Actually, it's gotten to the point where I am really worried that this film is going to be horrible. I am so excited that it cannot live up to my expectations at all. But so far, what we've seen from the trailers looks like it's going to be a fun ride, playing off the different personalities of the characters with huge amounts of action. Explosions, baby, yeah! Woo! And Scarlett Johansson being hot as hell. Oh god, that woman is just excellent! And now for local news. Where I talk about what's going on in the film industry of Australia, mate! Yeah! Get on in ya! Screen Australia has injected funds into 13 new features, ranging from drama, horror, comedy, romance, adventure, everything, man! Screen Australia has dished out over $350,000 to the development of all these projects. The money will help the features get off the ground and into production, so look forward to hopefully having some really good Australian films coming to a theatre near you sometime soon. Now to the last news story of today, which of course is Kony 2012. If you haven't heard, the organisation Invisible Children released a 30-minute film online on Tuesday, highlighting the Ugandan war criminal Joseph Kony, a man known for using child soldiers in his army, the LRA, Lord Resistance Army, and encouraging rape and torture as part of his tactics. So overall, the guy's a dick. The film has received fanfare, sparking a mass sharing of the film on online social media, highlighting the plight of the children affected by Kony's crimes. It has also brought about skepticism of the intentions of Invisible Children, who according to blog reports only donate 32% of their profits to helping those affected, with the rest going to employee salaries. Whatever your opinion on the organisation, I think we can all agree that Joseph Kony needs to answer for his crimes and face a court of law. And if a bunch of people see an issue that they disagree with, that they feel doesn't sit with their moral code of how humanity should behave or how children should be treated, and want to change that situation for the better, then really who are you to criticise them? And that's the question for today. Let me know down in the comments, what are your thoughts on Kony 2012? Is the movement a good thing, or is it just a corrupt organisation tugging at our heartstrings to get our money? Moving on back to more movie news, here's the worldwide box office. Coming in at number 5 was Tyler Perry's Good Deeds with $7 million. Number 4 was Safe House of $7.3 million. 3 was Actor Bella with $13.5 million. Number 2 was a teen party comedy Project X with $21 million. And coming in at number 1 was The Lorax with $70.2 million. They made back their budget in one weekend. That's a good effort. New films you can see this weekend, well, it's John Carter. We'll see how that did at the box office next week. But now, let's see what it was actually like, because I actually saw John Carter yesterday, and here's my little film review. Okay, so how my film reviews are going to work is I'm going to say what my expectations were going into the film, and what results I got coming out of it. You know, all scientific-like. That's how we do it here at Movie Type News Stuff. Okay, so expectations. My expectations weren't high for this film. I knew it was Disney's attempt at a new tentpole. They wanted another Pirates of the Caribbean style franchise that they could just milk and milk and milk and milk until they had like, well, you know, until they had John Carter, Stranger Tides of Mars. But I did know that it was based on some very old science fiction pulp, which was the basis for a lot of our modern science fiction. A lot of science fiction today owes a lot to John Carter of Mars. But of course this film comes out after all of those, so it will remain to see whether this film can stand on its own two legs. Okay, those were my expectations going into the film. Here's what I felt about afterwards. It's not that bad. Actually, I kind of enjoyed the film. I feel like it was a bit too long in some points. I feel like the editing could have been a bit tighter. But overall, I kind of enjoyed it. A lot of the acting is cheesy. The leading lady, she is, oh, wooden cheese. She's not very good. But the leading guy, he's got a good sort of B-grade science fiction acting going on. Which, you know, works for this film. It might not work for a serious drama. But hey, it works for this film. Other things I liked about this film, the scenery. These deserts are pretty damn good looking. The way that Mars looked, it had a very nice sort of deserty, gritty feel to it that I liked. But don't go into this film expecting some serious science fiction drama. This is pure B-grade, you know, cheese. It's people with tattoos going, oh, we are Martians. And pre-mantis people. What do you expect, really? Also, there is no air on Mars. You can't breathe there. It's, you know, leave your science at the door and just go in for a good ride. I'd give it about a 6.5 out of 10. That's my opinion. If you like science fiction, you'll probably enjoy this. I think the first half is a bit better than the second half. Like I said, there's a lot of cheese, there's a lot of cliches. But if you can get past that, there's a lot to enjoy in this film. All the links for the stories I've talked about today are in the description below. And if you've enjoyed this video or found it informative, make sure to hit that subscribe button and like, favourite and share this video. My name is Aiden Mungai and you've just watched Movie Type News Stuff. I'll see you next Friday.